Okay, so this video is going to go over how to set due dates. The first step is just to figure out where you're going to need to spread out your dates. So what I did just to make my life easier is I figured out what was the first graded activity for each day's work, and I put it here. So this may take some finessing as you end up looking at the course and being like, oh wait, this project that I wanted to put here isn't graded. But eventually you want to just copy and paste what the workbook is at the very first part of your day. So as you can see here, I have workbook 2.1 because that's the first of day 2. And then we go to day 3, introductions aren't graded, so it would be 3.1. Day 4, 4.1, day 5, 6.1, and so on. So this will make my life easier. Okay. Then you're going to go to Strongmind, and you're going to go down to settings. We need to make sure you enable course pacing while you're here. Make sure that your time zone is Pacific, but you're going to scroll down and check enable course pacing here and then press update course details. When you do that, you should see your course pacing tab show up right here. I've already kind of moved mine, but it'll be this one that says course pacing. And since I can't do this multiple times, I'm just going to double check that this is recording. Okay, so once you start this, it won't let you redo it. So you're going to press get started. So now I need to set my due dates. I've already done this one, but I'm going to explain the process to you. Basically, I used this outline to figure out where to put a bunch of these little ones. What the ones do is they advance it forward one day. This is 10B, so I'm going to scroll down to 10B. The first thing I have here is workbook 1.1. That's this one. However, since I actually do want students to start on Monday, so the first day they're enrolled in the class, I'm going to leave this as a 0. I know that most of our students are not actually starting at July 3rd, but it'll fix it once it populates. This will just mean that they start the class on the day that they're put into the class. And then from there, I'm going to follow this guide to add some 1s. So I'm going to scroll down to workbook 2.1 and add a 1 here. Then I'm going to scroll down to workbook 3.1 and add a 1 here. Then I'm going to find the Unit 1 exam and put a 1 here. As you can see here, what the 1s do is they break it up. So this is what they should do on day 1. This is what they should do on day 2. This is what they should do on day 3. And then on day 4, they're working on the rest of it. Well, not the whole rest of it, but you'll see. So then I'm just going to do this with the rest. I'm just doing the same thing. I'm following, I'm adding. So 7.1, 7.1, add a 1. 8.1, 8.1, add a 1. 9.1, 9.1, add a 1. And so on until we get to the very end. You will know you've done it correctly if the end date is, scrolling down, about 19 days from July 3rd. So if you look here, if I go to my calendar, go back in time. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is when we want them to finish the class. That's correct. That means I did it correctly. So then I'm going to press close and, sorry, not close. I want to press apply changes. And that will set everybody up for this pacing when they're enrolled in the class. So I don't have any students, so sadly I can't show you in this one. This is the only one I hadn't done this yet already. But then what should happen is that all your students should have this default course pacing. So I believe I did this in 10B MA. Let me check already. So see how I go to students and it all says default, 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 default. That's the default that I made for them. And then if you click on a student, it's populated with the thing that I set for them already. Yeah, see?